Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Inspire English podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm David. We're really happy you're here today.
Before we start, I want to say something important. If you're listening right now and you enjoy learning English with real conversations, real emotions, and real life examples, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Yes, because most people who listen to podcasts like this are not subscribed, and subscribing really helps us continue creating content for you.
All right, let's begin.
Emily, let me ask you something. Why do you think emotions are so hard to talk about in English?
That's such a good question. I think emotions are hard in any language, but in English, it's even harder because people often learn grammar first, rules, tenses, vocabulary lists, but not feelings.
Exactly. You can know how to order coffee, how to talk about your job, but when someone asks you, how are you really feeling? Suddenly, your mind goes blank.
And today's episode is about that, how to talk about emotions in English in a real, natural, human way.
I hear this from learners all the time. They say, I feel something, but I don't know how to say it in English.
Yes, and that can be frustrating.
Very frustrating, because when you can't express your emotions, you feel stuck.
You feel misunderstood.
Exactly. And sometimes people think you're cold or distant, but the truth is you just don't have the words yet.
That's why this episode is so important, because language is not only about communication, it's about connection. Let's start simple. Most people learn words like happy, sad, angry, nervous.
Those are fine, but native speakers rarely stop there.
Yes. For example, instead of just saying, I'm happy, people often say, I feel really content. I'm in a good place right now. I feel at peace.
And instead of, I'm sad, they might say, I'm feeling a bit low. I'm not myself today. I feel heavy.
That word, heavy, is very emotional.
Yes. When someone says, my heart feels heavy, you understand it immediately.
David, can I share a short story?
Please do.
A few years ago, I met an English learner who was going through a challenging time. I asked him, how are you? And he smiled and said, I'm fine.
But he wasn't fine.
Not at all. Later, he told me, Emily, I didn't know how to explain what I was feeling. I felt sad, tired, disappointed, all at the same time. That's real life. Yes, and that's why learning emotional vocabulary is not about sounding smart, it's about being honest. Let's talk about sadness for a moment, because sadness has many faces. Absolutely. You can be disappointed, heartbroken, lonely, discouraged, emotionally drained.
And notice something important. Native speakers often soften their emotions.
Yes, instead of saying, I'm very sad, they might say, I'm having a hard time. I'm struggling a bit. It's been tough lately.
Those phrases are prevalent and very human.
Now let's talk about anger, because this one scares people.
Yes, many learners worry, if I talk about anger, will I sound aggressive?
Exactly, but English has safe ways to express anger.
For example, I'm feeling frustrated. That really bothered me. I felt treated unfairly.
These are powerful, but respectful.
And instead of saying, I'm angry with you, you can say, I was hurt by what you said. That didn't sit right with me.
Those phrases show emotion and maturity.
Emily, anxiety is a big one.
Yes, especially today.
People often say, I'm nervous, but anxiety can be deeper.
Exactly. You might hear, I feel overwhelmed. My mind won't slow down. I'm constantly on edge.
That phrase, on edge, is very common.
And very real.
Let's talk about questions now, because emotions are not only about answering, but asking.
Yes, Native speakers often say, "How are you holding up? Is everything okay? Do you want to talk about it?"
And those questions create space.
They invite honesty.
Here's something important for listeners to remember. You don't need perfect English to express real emotions.
You just need honesty and practice.
Even simple sentences can be powerful. I don't feel okay today. I'm trying my best. I need some time.
Those sentences are not weak. They're strong. If you're listening right now, I want you to pause for a moment and think, how do you usually describe your feelings in English?
And how would you like to describe them?
Because learning emotional vocabulary is really learning how to be yourself in another language. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this episode is all about expressing emotions in English in a real human way.
And now, Emily, let's talk about one of the most beautiful and difficult emotions to express.
Love.
Yes, because many English learners think love only means saying, "I love you."
But in real life, native speakers express love in many softer, deeper ways.
For example, I really care about you. You mean a lot to me. I feel close to you. I'm grateful to have you in my life.
Those sentences feel warm, safe, and honest.
And sometimes saying, "I love you" feels too big.
Exactly. So people say, "I've grown really attached to you. I feel comfortable around you. I feel understood when I'm with you."
That last one is powerful.
Let's be honest. Life isn't only about positive emotions.
No, and being able to talk about emotional pain in English is incredibly important.
Many learners feel pain but hide it behind short answers.
Yes, answers like, "It's okay," or "No problem."
When inside, it's not okay at all.
Instead, native speakers often say, "That really hurt. I felt disappointed. I was emotionally affected by that."
Notice how calm those sentences are.
They're honest, but not dramatic.
And that's key in English communication.
Emily, one of the hardest emotions to describe is confusion.
Yes, especially emotional confusion, when you don't know what you feel. Exactly. And English has beautiful phrases for that. I have mixed feelings. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm emotionally conflicted. That last one is advanced but very natural and very useful in real life. You can also say, "Part of me feels excited, but another part feels scared." That sentence alone shows emotional maturity.
Let's clarify something important.
Yes, frustration is not the same as anger.
Exactly. Frustration means you're trying, but something isn't working.
So instead of saying "I'm angry," you can say, "I'm feeling frustrated. I'm stuck. I feel discouraged."
These words sound thoughtful, not aggressive.
Let's talk about emotional exhaustion.
Something many people feel but don't know how to say.
Native speakers often say, "I'm emotionally drained. I'm exhausted, not physically, but mentally. I need some space to recharge."
Those sentences are healthy.
They show self-awareness.
This part is very important for communication.
Yes, because listening is just as important as speaking.
When someone shares emotions, native speakers say, "That sounds really difficult. I'm sorry you're going through that. I'm here for you."
You don't need advice. You need understanding.
Here's a powerful idea. As your English improves, your emotional expression improves too.
Yes, you don't just learn words, you learn emotional confidence.
You stop hiding behind silence.
And you start showing up as yourself.
Here's a simple exercise for listeners.
Every day, ask yourself one question
How do I really feel today?
and answer it in English, even if it's just one sentence.
That's how emotional vocabulary becomes natural.
If you're listening right now, remember this.
You don't need perfect English to express real feelings
You just need honesty.
and courage.